Hello, it's your old man reviewing comic books fellow, Douglas Walt. It's me. I needed a hat. The basement's a little chilly. But let's go ahead and get into it. We got a few books that came out this week. We're almost done with the Metal Men series. I love Metal Men. This is number 11 out of 12. I was not happy that they put the Dark Multiverse crossover in here. I'm getting tired of you crossing over my stuff. But this is a great book. They do some really interesting things with Metal Men. It looks good. It's a pretty book to look at. I think it's Howard Porter. I'm not really sure. But it's a pretty book to look at. We get the classic Metal Men. We get the Dark Multiverse Metal Men. There's the one where he did an issue with noble gases, so they were all animals instead of men or anything like that. And they brought back Alloy, where all the Metal Men combined to make Alloy. It was pretty good. I don't know how they're going to wrap up what they've dug their hole for themselves in by the next issue, but you know, comic books, they'll figure a way out of it. Which brings us next to Aquaman. Aquaman's currently having a war with Ocean Master, so absolutely nothing new there. Kelly Sue DeConnick, sorry Kelly Sue, did the writing for this, and Miguel Mendonça is the artist. It's great. They start you off with a big giant double spread. I am fond that DC has switched to less glossy paper with their comics. The war thing's been going on for kind of a while. There's been the whole intrigue and nonsense going on. They brought back Dolphin, which was nice. They've tried to kill Aquaman again, which they always do. They make a joke about him calling for fish for help. So a little bit of everything there. It's kind of nice. I kind of hope they wrap up the whole war thing soon, though, because it feels like it's been going on forever. This says it's only part one of the deep end, but the background stuff's been going on. So this might just be the whatever for it. And they have not put the Dark Multiverse in here, which is super nice. On to Daredevil! Chip Zdarsky writes a great Daredevil. Daredevil's getting ready to go to court because of manslaughter, murder. He didn't mean to do it. It's a great book. Chip Zdarsky, as I said, was writing it. Last name Checchetto, I guess. I was going to go ahead and guess with Checchetto. He makes it look great. Kingpin's in it. Spider-Man helps Daredevil out, knowing Daredevil might go to prison. There's even a sweet thing at the end where they hug and then they talk about being a superhero in a crappy part of town. So this has been a really good book. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And they have a really great cliffhanger that I'm not going to give away in here. Independence, we have the third issue by Jason Howard of Big Girls. Third issue. There are monsters killing the world. There's a monster on the cover. They have a disease that when they're boys and they get attacked by this disease, they become giant man-eating monsters. The only thing that can stop them, big girls. They have women that are the same size as them, 50-foot women, an entire squad of 50-foot women with giant guns and fighting, and it's at first it sounds like it's going to be the silliest concept you've ever heard of, but the science fiction behind it is pretty sound, and they're the big girls. They fight monsters, except there's something they're not getting told about the monsters, and that's where the secret-y stuff starts coming in after the first couple issues. One of my favorite books to see, and they always pull the photo cover for me of Betty Page. This is a number of arcs they've done with Betty. This is, I don't know. It says issue 3, but I think I have more like 30 issues of Betty Page, because every time new story arc or a new author comes along, they change the thing. Carla Pacheco, I probably got that wrong, is doing the writing for this. Betty's on an island where they are doing a movie, and people are getting killed. That's pretty much it. They have a little bit of a throwback to her Irving Klaw days, spanking somebody while dressed up funny. That was kind of funny. kind of cute. The Betty Page stuff is always good, no matter who they get to write it. So if you haven't been checking out Betty, I'd recommend going to Dynamite and getting some of the trade paperbacks that they have. They trade paperback every season or every whatever storyline you want to call it. They do, and I never understood this, I think I've complained about this before, the ludicrous amount of covers. This is the copy of all the covers. There's a lot of covers. There's a lot. You think that's not a lot of covers? Okay, well then I'll flip it over and here's some more covers. There's some more. So, next to last, they have brought back Dune. Now, I didn't do Dune correctly. I saw the movie by David Lynch, and I thought it was awesome. Then I read the books by Frank Herbert. I really liked the first three. Fourth one was fine. Fifth one, and I hated the sixth one. So I've never read anything past those. But I'm really excited because there's a new movie coming out about Dune, so I want to see that. This is a great book. It's a prequel. Baron Leto is like 15. And he's going to meet people that'll help him in his life against, the bad Harkonnens. And we get Harkonnens in it, and they do the thing from the movie where they show the planet and tell you what it is. Arrakis, desert planet. And they keep doing that throughout the book. The bigger announcement that's, I think, better for me is they're apparently going to be doing a graphic novel adaptation of Frank Herbert's book, Dune. And first one comes out in November. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy that because who doesn't love a giant sandworm picture? Isn't that just the prettiest thing you've ever seen? And the covers are great. I swear I know who this cover artist is, but I don't want to. Jay Lee. Yeah, that's what I thought. Jay Lee. Jay Lee covers. We haven't had a good Jay Lee cover in a while. And next issue's got another great Jay Lee cover. One of those evil witches. And then finally, they have brought back Werewolf by Night. I do believe this is a mini-series. I think someone told me 1 out of 5 or something like that. It's not Jack Russell, though. It's some guy named Jake, who's an American Indian, who, if he wants to be a werewolf, that's fine. But when I read Werewolf by Night, I'm kind of waiting for Jack Russell. When it first came out when I was a kid, I didn't get the Jack Russell joke at all. I didn't know what a Jack Russell was. It's a dog, get it? His name's Jack Russell. The name of the dog, he turns into a werewolf. So this is more of the new guy's storyline. So I'm kind of hoping Jack does show up in it. There are monsters at the end of the book that I'm not going to give away, but take my word for it, at the end there are additional monsters. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. If it doesn't improve, I don't know. It's Werewolf by Night. It's a werewolf story. He's not really that kind of werewolf, though. He can sort of control his werewolf thing, so that's kind of lame. They did manage to write in, there was a comic book for a while called Red Wolf, so they wrote Red Wolf into this so they could use that character and keep him around since they canceled his book forever ago. I think he only got like 5 issues before they canceled him entirely. So there are the books we read this week. I think next week is a shorter week. We had a couple new ones this week, Dune and Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night, if you're not a big fan, I get it, don't bother. Dune was really good, it was pretty to look at. It deals with a prequel that I've never read before, so that's kind of good. So we will see you next week. Bye!